So Renfield is the name of Dracula's tortured assistant played by Nicholas Hoult. He's basically forced to go around killing people and taking their bodies back to be drained by Dracula, along with being his butler and assistant. However, after centuries of servitude, he's ready to see if there's life outside of the shadow of the Prince of Darkness. Alright, so first off, I think that Nicolas Cage is everything we expected him to be as far as him playing the role of Dracula. I mean, he's funny, he's crazy, he's wacky, it's Nicolas Cage, but also something that you might not be expecting at all, which is him being very threatening and ominous and evil. He's really f***ed up in this movie. He really plays the part really well. He comes across as being a very evil, threatening figure. And, you see that when we get into the more gruesome parts of the film. And also, there's lots of stunts and action scenes too, which is something that I really wasn't expecting. This is kind of an action movie to a certain extent. Like, it really delivers on those features as well. But yeah, I just wasn't expecting that. And I also have to say that at first glance, this movie actually put me in the mind of 2009's The Vampire Assistant. It's mainly the same surface level concept, but as you get into more deeper details within both films, you can see that they are very different. I would just have to say that maybe Renfield is like the more adult rated R version of The Vampire's Assistant. For the most part, there are some decent laughs throughout this movie. I don't really think the comedy was that great, but it was okay. But the big selling factor here, I think, besides Nicolas Cage being Dracula, is all of the crazy gore action throughout this movie. I guarantee you that this movie is going to be way more gory and gruesome than you guys were expecting, because there's some really crazy shit happening during some of these scenes where people's limbs are being ripped off and being shoved through other people. They're punching holes through people's heads. Some people's heads are being punched off. Like, there's some really crazy shit happening, and it's actually very entertaining. Also, the story is nothing special. It's very basic and very lackluster. Awkwafina was like the weakest character in the film to me. I don't know if it was because of all the cringe that she brought to the film, but it just wasn't really funny. And it might be just because I don't really find her to be funny in general. I think she's okay, but she's just, I don't know, she doesn't have a strong comedic vibe to me. But Nicholas Hoult, on the other hand, I thought his performance was great, and I thought his actual comedic moments were pretty funny. Overall, I'd probably give Renfield like a 7 or maybe a 7.5, but probably just a 7. It's decent. I'd say if you're a fan of Nicolas Cage, it's probably worth the price of admission alone just to see him play Dracula.